Yes, sir. Bring that beat back, Karen. Let's get that music going. We back in the building.
The Self Love Show, giving you more than vitamins and minerals. Food for your soul, information and plans integral to making your mind grow. With more growth and development, BS is irrelevant to the intelligent. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what we represent. It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose they don't equal. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We wordsmith 9 meals. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. You know how the story goes.
It's the Self Love Show. Y'all know how the story go. Before we begin, the views expressed in today's pod are those of the host, the guests, and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any affiliates. Welcome to the Self Love Show on This Ain't That Network, or as we affectionately call it, TATN. This is a spot where we dive extremely deep into the intersections of mind, body, spirit, and culture. This is one of the co-hosts, 9 Millie. All praise to the ancestors, the Most High, and my late and beloved Mama Scott. Today, we unpacking Charlie Kirk. Charlie K. Kirk. That's what we're unpacking here today. Many people hadn't heard of him, before his transition. Many people dear to me didn't really know who the guy was. I'll be scooping through the internet, so I'll be knowing, to a certain extent. And I guess by now we all saw what happened. This gentleman's being canonized. They dropped the flags, half mast in his honor. He caught a bullet at Utah State by an alleged lone gunman sniper. So that's what we're here to unpack today. His legacy. Is he Pink America's Malcolm X? Kirk to Enterprise? Or is this a big psyop? Is he some sort of patsy himself? Was this all planned a while back? And is this a lone gunman, or was Israel involved? These are the questions we're going to be asking here today. We're going to play some nice videos and give you some data, because it's been enough time. And rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, and condolences to your family. Let me get that out there. Anybody who knows me, I don't wish death or jail on anyone. So let me get that out there. All right. So get ready to engage with the world of culture. So whip out your self-love vision and your 10 hats. This is the Self Love Show, and this is the revolution. But the revolution will not be on YouTube. These are lessons, not lectures. We're live and in living color. Today is Tuesday, September 30th at 7:39. And as always, you cats could be anywhere in this magnanimous universe. But thankfully, we all chose to be right here together. That's right. Here together. What down, bear down, what down, bear down, brother Wordsmith. What you manifesting today?
Love, man. You know me. I'm manifesting love. What you manifesting?
Saying good, brother. Pure, magnificent, unfiltered, unfettered. Many have called it tough. Some call it harsh. Everybody's not going to get a trophy. All right. We're not playing musical chairs with one extra chair. But at the end of the day, it's self-love just the same.
No doubt, no doubt.
What's been up with your neck of America since we last popped out?
I want everybody to send some positive energy to Eddie Sevo. He's in an accident. He's recovering, doing well. Send him some positive energy.
Yeah, man. Healing vibes to that brother. You know what I mean? Healing vibes to that brother so everything can mend up extra fast. Let's get it. Yeah. All right. So what to expect today on the Self Love Show? We always started out with the quote of the day, and then we have our more growth and development program video, and then tattoo tyranny. Um, we're going to unpack two very short videos, and then we're going to lay out a riddle for you, which Brother Wordsmith has already solved. It's pinned in the chat for any thinkers out there, anybody who can matriculate, uh, you know, get the ball out quick, release it on your first drop, even though everybody's jumping it. Yeah, we want you to use your noodle and see if you can't solve today's riddle, which is pinned in the chat. If you can't get it, we'll give it to you at the end of today's show. And then we have our topic, Pink, America's Malcolm X, Kirk to Enterprise. Psyop. Okay. This is part one of a two-part series. We're going to be talking about Charlie Kirk tonight. All right. And then we wrap it up with my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. And that's where this brother is going to tie everything up. He's going to tie everything up into a nice little bundle right off the rip, a piece of poetry, a piece of prose, right off the top of the dome. Okay. Right off the top of the dome. Summarizes it. It's always a work of genius. So looking forward to hearing that. What in the hell? Oh, okay. That all makes sense now. All right, but enough of my yapping. I'll turn this over for this brother to handle his business.
Yes, y'all. Don't stop. Self Love Show rocks on. Self Love Show, Pink America's Malcolm X, Kirk the Enterprise, Psyop. We're going to talk about it. Y'all know how we do. As always, we have a very important video I want you to check out. Silverback More Growth and Development Platform, which we're building the Self Love Nation off of. But before that, as always, we have the Self Love Show quote of the day. This is why I say it's the ballot or the bullet. It's liberty or it's death. It's freedom for everybody or freedom for nobody. Once again, that's why I say it's the ballot or the bullet. It's liberty or it's death. It's freedom for everybody or freedom for nobody. That's Malcolm X. With the Silverback More Growth and Development.
Get that link out there, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, please.
Number one, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number two, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. And three, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, to shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, to close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
Number 10, protect our women, children, and men by any and all means necessary.
Truly. And 2 weeks ago, we covered, we had a guest in the building, podcast producer, comedy writer. He unpacked culture, taught us a lot about showbiz, comedy, structure, and how to blow up your podcast. What say ye, Brother Wordsmith?
Great information. I suggest you go check it out. Check it out.
100 billion million%. And if there's anybody from MAGA in the chat, we want to hear from you. If you're not from MAGA, we want to hear from you. Any Kirk supporters, like, did you, follow him? Did you, lean on every word? Did you only lean on some of it? Let's get some feedback. Was it all a load of rubbish in your mind? Sometimes there's some good, sometimes there's some bad, I have people who didn't agree with everything Malcolm X said, you know what I mean? But, overall, I think they have a favorable opinion of him,
I would think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we go further, big ups to our sponsors, Midwest Festivals Presents, Ancestral Echo.
Echo.
Echoes. Yeah, it's a premium music fest, glamping. Some of the best DJs on the planet. Okay. They're put together. It's an ode to the ancestors, our ancestors, right? Great guests, great people, great energy, great vibration. Great time. It's cathartic, I should say. And these brothers' platform, it's growing year over year. This would be fourth annual. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they're probably not selling the tickets yet, but you can go to their website and follow some of their local events that they're doing around the greater city of Chi.
Amazing time, I'm telling you. You got to be there.
Yeah, bottom line. Nobody can explain it to you. You got to be there. And big ups to Tay Mills Aesthetics, multicultural skin, body, and weight loss pro. If you ever find yourself in sunny Southern California and you're looking for a professional, go to www.taymilzaesthetics.com. Licensed, bonded, fully insured. Big ups to Bella B. If you need something personal put on a straight, all these companies are copper owned and operated. Reach out to Bella B at the email. It's designs365@gmail.com. Last but not least, if you want to get your car towed by a Packer fan running around the city of Chicago, reach out to Gym Recovery. Gym Recovery. It's got top of the line equipment, over 3 decades of experience. So it'll get you whipped there safely, gently, and quickly, swiftly, get you home safe. All right. That's all I had. We got Self Love Show quote of the day. Did you already do this?
Yep.
Something wrong here. Something really wrong with this show, Karen. But we good.
Get it together, Karen.
Yeah, Karen, get it together. All right, let's get our warm-up poll question. All right. I put the link in the chat. Y'all, there's a poll. We want to hear from you on this poll. And the question is that the question? That can't be the question. No, here's the question. Is Charlie Kirk white America's Malcolm X? That is the question. It's pinned into it's not pinned, but it is in the chat. I'll drop it in there again for anybody who's slower. There you go. All right. Click on that link, pop out, vote real quick. It's totally anonymous. Totally anonymous. And the poll is Charlie Kirk white America's Malcolm X? Your first option is absolutely not. Okay. Your second option is in their minds, yes. Okay. All right. Things a little different though. Maybe not. Maybe not, because they were killed by their own color, their own kind, just like Malcolm was, allegedly. And then lastly, maybe I'm rubbing my bum on the fence. That's your last option in that poll. Let your voices be heard, because it's just like a little revelation I had. This guy, to them, is Malcolm X. But we'll give you our response at the end of the show. You got to stick around for that. All right. All right, Brother Wordsmith. Did you see? I have no idea what's going on. What Karen served up. So let's spin it. Fair use. No idea what's going on. Wait a minute. Who am I here?
The alleged female victim told investigators the man who attacked her had no idea she was an off-duty Chicago police officer. That man, identified in the police report, is the very same man who shot and killed his police partner on a call earlier this summer.
We pulled a simple battery, but there's a log number that involves 2 officers.
By the time the call came, it had been hours since the alleged attack on this busy Wicker Park sidewalk Sunday night. Through a bloodied split lip at Rush Hospital, a 29-year-old police officer filed a police report of her own to colleagues who'd responded. The female officer said she'd been standing here outside District Bar and Grill on North Milwaukee Avenue, off duty and waiting for a rideshare, when she says she was approached by a man and woman about a video she had taken in the bar. A police report obtained by the ABC7i team explained she told police the offenders demanded she delete the videos that were taken on her phone. The verbal fight, the officer said, turned physical when she says the man and woman jumped her and beat her in the face before strangers helped pull her to safety. The man identified in the police report is the very same officer who shot and killed Officer Crystal Rivera while responding to a call on June 5th. Chicago police maintain that officer fired accidentally. They're not naming the officer because he's not charged with a crime in either incident. As the I-Team reported last month, the 2024 disciplinary report from the Civilian Office of Police Accountability said the officer who shot and killed Officer Rivera had 5 previous complaints of misconduct where findings were sustained, and as a result, the officer faced 3 suspensions and 2 reprimands in just 4 years with CPD. 2 of the incidents were
We can't get his name.
accidents.
Wow.
The officer is already on paid administrative leave from the shooting earlier this year that killed Officer Crystal Rivera. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability is now investigating this alleged attack, but the officer is not in custody. We did reach out to his attorney for comment, but we've not heard back.
Wow.
Now, you remember my spidey senses was tingling the first time they released that whole thing about that lady being shot, wrestler. So that this SOB, that was not friendly fire, that was unfriendly fire. In my opinion, allegedly, that was murder.
Agreed.
He was
5
probably
other incidents.
and we didn't even know all that at the time. He was probably having an affair or something like that, and his girlfriend, they all be crazy, especially not all of them, but a lot of those cops be crazy, and they be having these relationships, and they be killing each other, shooting each other and shooting up, you know what I mean? And and it's obvious. I wonder, they didn't even tell the nature of the video that lady who got her lip busted. What did she do?
I mean, she's a cop too. So I mean, who knows if she was, filming them on
Correct.
purpose. You know what I mean? She could be off duty working because she was off duty. She could be working as a PI and all kinds of
Or
shit.
internal affairs or PI or security or anything. That's your city. That's, that's your gang. It's your finest, bro.
No, that's the biggest gang, and they're not my friends.
I just don't understand why they can't release this person's name. They release every other suspect's name.
Well, it's tied to the killing of that lady officer. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, he shot on accident.
he's paid administrative leave.
Yeah. shot your partner on accident. You don't even have
Killed her.
you don't
You
even
don't even have to work. You just get paid.
you don't even have the moral standings, the wherewithal to say, you know what, I'm going to step down and I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? I'm going to turn in my badge and my gun and ride off into the sunset. He wants to keep copping.
Man, you know, keep dirty copping as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. Because that seemed like a hit from the very beginning. In my spirit, it just told me that And I didn't know he was saying, because he said he shot by accident. First they were saying it was a shootout. Remember that? But you know what I mean? That the guy was shooting at them and all that. Now they changed his story.
Because nobody shot.
Nobody shot.
The dude that they panned for the murder didn't shoot anybody and he didn't even have a gun, I don't think.
Turned out didn't even have a gun. Yep. Crazy. That lady's lucky to be alive. The one who got her lip busted and jumped on. Why can't they release that lady's name who was with the cop?
Yeah.
Why can't they release her name?
Because it's all a police matter.
Yeah, sweeping it all up under the table.
You know, because she might be a cop too.
They didn't say it.
I know.
Small ups to 12.
12 gets no ups.
All right, we got it. We got another video.
Law enforcement. Here. Okay, I got law enforcement.
Yeah.
12. Fuck 12.
All right. I'm not going to argue with you. All right, we got one more video here. I have no idea what it is here. Karen put this together. I'm just going to roll it.
Well, tonight on The Edge, a feel-good story turns real ugly after a Detroit man is gifted $100,000 from a famous YouTuber.
The Detroit man
Did we see this one?
Kidnapped and nearly killed. It's a story Fox News' Jessica Dupnack has been following it and joins us now live with an update. Jessica, take us through this because there are some layers.
You're out there, gorgeous.
Yeah, for the last week or so, we've been working to connect these stories. The first one, as you mentioned, surrounds a guy named Curtis Dixon, a 60-year-old from here in Detroit. He did a good deed. A famous YouTuber gave him $100,000. Then about a week and a half later, another story you saw on Fox 2. He is connected to that. Curtis, allegedly the victim of a pretty unbelievable crime spree.
My life just changed overnight.
1 minute, 60-year-old Curtis Dixon was receiving $100,000 for a good deed.
We need more people like Curtis in this world.
A week and a half later, last Monday, witnesses say Dixon was hogtied in his burned-out SUV on Detroit's east side.
I woke up. I'm like, what's going on?
He survived. Sources say there are some inconsistencies in Dixon's story, but he claims he met someone in the area of Mount Elliott in Nevada. From there, he was kidnapped, driven to ATMs to pull out money,
criminalizing him,
tied up, and his car set ablaze. Several days into this investigation, the feds picked up the case from Detroit police. The ATF now investigating this as a possible arson, kidnapping, and extortion.
And hopefully they catch whoever did it to him, because we don't want that in our neighborhood.
Last month, Dixon was gifted $100,000 from MD Motivator. He's a famous YouTuber who rewards good deeds with dollars. MD Motivator posing as a blind man in need in this viral video.
I'll have a couple bucks when I come out here. I'm going to find my wedding ring, man, but I just shut up yesterday, man. But I'll have a couple bucks.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll give you a couple bucks. Man.
Thank you, man. Bless you.
Dixon
he just palmed his wedding ring.
Money he had to help.
Even in my neighborhood, people know me now. People that didn't know me now.
And that could be part of the problem. More money, more problems, as they say. Now, I want to know what MD Motivator has to say about all this. He has millions and millions of followers, 7 million on Instagram alone. We did reach out and did not hear back in time for this story. So as we said, the ATF, the feds, now taking over this investigation. I'm told by the end of the week, we should hear more from them. We'll continue to follow this one. Reporting live in Detroit, Jessica Dupnack.
What are the feds suggesting? Talking about his story is inconsistent.
What'd you say?
What are the feds suggesting, saying that his story is inconsistent? There's inconsistencies in his story. I mean, the guy is probably terrified, traumatized.
Completely, because it's just ridiculous. What happened?
Why would he make such a story up? He's not doing it for clout. He doesn't have a channel.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, did he want to? I don't.
Unless he wants people to stop asking him for money and he can come off like, hey, all the money's gone, so stop trying to rob me.
No, none of it makes sense.
Right.
I mean, because why would he fake being robbed, extorted?
Right.
I mean, trying to get some more money?
They didn't say nothing about a GoFundMe or nothing.
It doesn't make any sense. So they'll figure it out, though.
Yeah, I mean, what's to stop the podcaster from giving people bags of cash and then coming around a week later and robbing them?
Mm. How that goes.
Yeah, I'm at a point where I wouldn't put anything past these people.
Past anybody.
Facts. Yeah. Well, we had some more stuff, but I don't know what the fuck Karen was smoking this weekend. All right, y'all. We're gonna get on it. We're gonna talk about this Charlie Kirk situation. But before that, we got the dome teaser. We got a riddle. Was his middle initial Kirk? I don't know why I always see Charlie Kirk.
I have no idea, bro.
All right. Today's riddle. At barely 18, I rallied the youth. A prove me wrong table, I sat in truth. With MAGA fervor and faith-driven art, I built a campus crusade. Who am I? You don't know what's in my heart. That's today's riddle. All right. Enough of the appetizers out there.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All right, Karen, I believe we got something there, but I can't be so sure. Can't be so sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Take that as a...
We just did that one. I'm trying to get to the end of it. What the...
Should just be able to hit the arrow.
Thomas Sowell and Justice Clarence Thomas are far better black role models to celebrate than Martin Luther King. Period. End of story.
Holy day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And we said some things today, and we challenged some of the primary doctrine that is running modernity. If you disagree with our take on MLK, just listen to this episode. Give it a fair hearing. Just say, hey, maybe I don't agree with Charlie. Maybe I think he's the best person to live in the 20th century and that he's worthy of worship, which is effectively what this society demands. Then fine, just listen to the episode and maybe you'll learn something.
We talk about the positives. And then we also get into some of the other implications of this. We're a truth-seeking show. But I can say declaratively, this guy is not worthy of a national holiday. He is not worthy of godlike status. In fact, I think it's really harmful. The response was disappointing because some people, instead of dealing with the substance and or my very public track record of hating bigotry and racism and also associating with people of all sorts of different backgrounds, they started to call me racist.
Not counting gang violence.
No more talk.
Air quotes experts.
Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right. No more talk. What happened to him? He's from Wheeling, Illinois. You remember I used to be out there because that's where Tanya was living.
Yeah.
And what do you think happened to him? Do you think he was getting beat down in high school or? Nah, well.
No, he was set up. Somebody said, so just rumor,
You talking about the murder?
No, I'm talking about
how he was put
into place.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody gave him $4 million when he was 18 years old to do what he did and do what he was doing.
I think I've heard something about that. So you're saying, and then so he was able to use that money to obviously advertise and generate a buzz.
Yeah, this ultra conservative group was trying to put him next in line.
The ultra conservative Tea Party or KKK Kirk?
I'm not
Who was it?
exactly sure who
I mean,
it was, but it was Zionists, that's for sure.
it was Zionists.
And he was rolling with the program until as of late. I know it might be ahead of the game, but
Yeah. So you heard that there was some Zionists who propped them up there. When you say Zionists, what exactly were you talking about?
It's a group of people that want to control how this plane operates. They are major players and have influence over a lot of sectors, and try to steer for their benefit and not for the people. It's it's a, in my opinion, evil cabal.
Where's their
That's
hub,
trying to
their
control
base of
everything.
operation?
Not sure. With the whole planet, really.
So Zionists have nothing to do with Israel, or
they do, but they don't. It's because the so-called Jews aren't Zionists, but there's a lot of Zionists claiming that they're Jews or they're operating under the Chosen Act.
right.
But not
Jews are
all of them.
nomadic people, but if they're not nomadic Jews, then they're Zionists, which would be Israelis, no?
No, because the Bushes, the various families from here are
They
also
weren't Zionists.
Zionists.
Prescott Bush, you trying to say that was a false flag? Prescott Bush financially supported the Holocaust, allegedly.
I mean, yeah, but it's the
I
Zionists
don't think
are.
they were Zionists.
Yeah, I'm certain they are. I'm
The
certain
Bush
they are
family?
now. Yeah, I'm certain that they are Zionists. All of them powerful families in the United States are working with the Zionists. And like I said, all Zionists are not Ish people,
Really?
and all Ish people aren't Zionists. Zionist is a evil offshoot.
Yeah, we're gonna ask Chat P, whatever you call it, GPT, what they're saying a Zionist is. Let me see here. What is a Zionist? Well, they sure made me capitalize it. I didn't want to capitalize that word. A Zionist is someone who supports Zionism. See, this is what they had you in the slow classes at William A. Trade School. The ethno-cultural nationalist movement dedicated to establishing and maintaining a Jewish homeland in the historic land of Israel. This is pretty much following what the Nation of Islam has been saying for years. Zionism emerged because Jews are supposed to be nomadic people. They're not supposed to be in a land.
No, because they lost their temple and they wasn't supposed to build another one. They got ran out of their homeland. They wasn't supposed to have one.
Correct.
But
By decree
it wasn't
yeah.
it wasn't Jewish people that would help them set it up though. It was these other people, and they were all Zionists.
Yes. Jews.
No, they're yeah.
I see what
Okay.
you're saying. You can support Zionism and not be a Jew.
Yeah. You can be a Zionist and not be a Jew. Zionism is not Judaism.
The ethno-cultural nationalist movement dedicated to establishing and maintaining a. Okay, I got you. Zionism emerged in the late 19th century, Central and Eastern Europe, as a response to rising anti-Semitism and the Jewish Enlightenment. Haskalah. Theodor Herzl convened the first Zionist Congress in Basel in 1897, formally launching a political movement for a Jewish state. There's liberal Zionism, labor Zionism, revisionist Zionism, cultural Zionism, religious Zionism. These variants share a core commitment to Jewish self-determination, but differ on governments, borders, and the role of religion. Today, Zionist broadly refers to anyone who affirms the right of Jews to self-determine in their ancestral homeland. So Coach is a Zionist.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he probably doesn't think he is, but
Yeah, but by definition, he's a Zionist. Anyone who affirms the right of Jews to self-determine in their ancestral homeland.
yeah, those people are from there. No, I'll stop.
Well, you don't have to. The term can be neutral or positive among supporters, yet it's sometimes used critically, especially in debates over Israeli policies and Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Wow, I thought that was a fine definition by you know what I mean? A fine definition.
Now you're talking about ChatGPT.
Yeah, sometimes they give you a Wikipedia type of answer that you're not. You know what I mean? That you don't want to have any parts of. All right. So this first part, we're gonna just get into the early life of what you were talking about, trying to determine what was in the late Charlie Kirk's heart. When do you remember first hearing about Charlie Kirk? Because him and Candace Owens are good friends.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. I didn't really know his name. I saw him on different clips and stuff for a while before I knew his name. So it's been longer than a year.
Yeah, I think I might have seen him like talking crap after the George Floyd through that whole thing. I think I might have seen him pop up, but he was really still off my radar until South Park got on his ass, and he was responding to it. Yeah, South Park got Cartman playing him. You know what I mean? And he calls himself a master debater. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah,
Master debater.
yeah, master debater. And but Charlie Kirk smiled at it. He took it in good fun. And I'll tell you what, you don't hear me say somebody's got a big head often, but I'll tell you what, he's got the biggest head I've ever. Have you seen that thing? I don't think he's human. Have you seen it? You didn't pay attention? Well, we got some video. You'll be able to pay attention to it later. Yeah, so that's fair. That's fair.
I found it awfully interesting that a 30-some-year-old was going to college campuses debating college kids.
Well, he started at 18, so you got to give him a break.
Yeah, at some point you should have cut that off.
You think so?
Yeah.
I could see that. Maybe groomed another college kid to follow in his footsteps. Yeah. That makes sense.
He never went to college. Or I don't know if he went, didn't.
He went. He never graduated.
Never finished.
Yeah. And he went to some school I barely even heard of. Yeah. Exactly.
Somebody gave him $4 million.
You really have to wonder. In fact.
Yeah, I'd have dropped out too. Dude, gave me $4,000, I probably would have left. All right, let me see here.
Yeah, $4 billion, bad.
There it is. You see his head? All right, here we go. Fair use, y'all.
Really have to wonder. In fact, if we would have said,
it looks like
3 weeks ago, Blake. If we would have
Beavis and Butthead drawing.
Yeah. I don't want to give my ideas, man, but I've been meaning to make a bobblehead, Charlie Kirk bobblehead down, start selling it to the MAGA Zionists. I'd get rich. Big fat bobblehead.
Said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action.
show up at the MAGA rallies.
We would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously.
Told you processing was code, KKK code, when they were talking about it with the black quarterbacks, and it became and that's all they talk about in the NFL's processing. They be having dog whistle words, bro. I'm not saying, if anybody's out there with their panties in a bunch, I'm not saying he's in the Klan. I'm not saying he's not in the Klan.
Yeah, because he may not be Klan, man. He's Klan-ish.
Klan-like.
You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
This sounds just like the Klan people that used to show up on a Geraldo Rivera show. Remember, it's the same talking points they had.
Yeah.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, and particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that.
Yeah, but she graduated.
We know. It's very obvious to us that you were not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. I couldn't make it on my own, so I needed to take opportunities from someone more deserving. You know, this is how arrogant Joy Reid and Ketanji Brown Jackson and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee are. They're so narcissistic, they think this is persuasive. They think we're like, oh, of course.
Is he a transvestite?
I don't know. I don't know enough about him. You know, say he's got a wife and 2 children, so I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
That's why we need affirmative action, because you have impressed us with your brilliance.
I mean, Michelle Obama's got kids, and they like to come around and say,
well,
she's trans. So,
yeah, that's.
If they can say that, then I should be able to look at this guy and ask that question and use fancy words.
Ask it.
Yeah,
definitely can ask it. That's for sure.
Yeah,
of course.
You know, George Floyd, died from fentanyl. I should be able to say, well, he probably had Xanax in his system. Let's wait on the toxicology report and see how he really died. Right? We should be able to do that. This universe is magnificent.
Ooh, yeah, especially him.
Yeah,
his words.
Oh,
yes.
No, imagine the world without Joy Reid. Imagine the world without Sheila Jackson Lee or Michelle Obama.
Or Charlie Kirk.
Man, I see the light.
Right?
This is a world without Charlie Kirk.
This is
right now.
I couldn't have written this.
Or Ketanji Brown Jackson. They think this is persuasive. They think as they kind of now reveal that.
You and the idiots that eat this bullshit up.
I'm only here because of anti-white, anti-Asian forced discrimination policies that turned me into a bitter, resentful activist that hates white people, honestly, through our policies. 75%.
Okay. All right. Any comment on that, fella?
Asinine. His perspective is very limited and one-sided and takes no account for the way the system is. And it's like the system is everything's perfect within the system, that it's fair for everybody and they just don't make the cut.
Except for the shit they want to protest about.
Man.
Right?
Nonsense.
I don't know. I mean, can you look at this in any way This reminds me of the conversation I told you I had. And I was telling this pink lady in the office, we were breaking down Adam and Eve and science, talking about the oldest remains found in Africa. So I'm like, well, Adam and Eve must have been African. And she said, well, she turned scarlet red.
Yeah.
That's a different Adam and Eve. So my question to you is, yeah, everybody in the office started laughing, even the white people. I had a box in that corner and she stormed off, boy. You know what I mean? A Charlie Kirk there. And so anyway, Christian. I mean, I know you're not a religious guy with the labels, but do these seem like the words of anyone who's a Christian, anyone who's pretending to be a Christian?
Yeah, some
brand of it.
Yeah, it's a brand of Christianity that they're just straight racist. They feel it's all in the word. The KKK uses the Bible.
Burning the cross, right?
That's
100%.
called illumination. They illuminate, they say.
Wow. So you're saying you could show up to some churches with your family and they'd look at you like, we don't take too kindly, right? It'd be like you walk into a restaurant or a bar in one of those sundown towns. If you show up at their church, they'll look at you with that hatred right there with the Bible in their hand. Are you telling me that?
They will get you removed.
That'd be something to get on YouTube. We go viral. Pop up in the church.
Defiling their church.
Yeah. How dare you? They'd be mad at us too. Because we defiled their church. That'd be a nice video to go viral. All right, y'all. We got one more. We got some videos to play. Fair use. We're just trying to see what's in his heart because we want you to make your own decision. Black dads matter, okay? And we did an episode on here where we actually found the data, and so-called black, copper-colored fathers are the most active fathers. It's not even close.
Right.
Second to that was your browns. Yeah. And then I think some sort of Asians and then pinks. But this myth here blows me.
Oh, he just goes off on myth after myth too. And he just
with these college kids.
Then makes assumptions off of a myth.
Yes.
And then extrapolates it to some now. Like,
what's the guy's name? I can never remember, but he got banned off YouTube and he's a Muslim. Nation of Islam. Young dude from Compton.
Yeah, the one with the glasses.
I would have loved to have seen him pop up at one of those. They wouldn't have let that happen because it was all staged.
No, he sent him for a debate. He wanted to debate him, and he ran from that.
Really?
Yes.
And he didn't do it.
No,
Charlie Kirk didn't do it.
Hell no. RZA Islam.
Yeah, that's him. Wow, seriously?
Yeah, I saw RZA say that, man. Yeah, I mean, this was before he got shot or whatever. He was saying that he was trying to. Yeah.
Wow, I would have loved to have seen that.
This
dude would have turned red.
It would have been total destruction.
Total.
Black youth are raised without a father in the home. Is that a concern for you?
Of course, it's a concern because I think that there's economic handicaps that occur.
You don't have to be rich to stay with the person you impregnate.
Do you discount that a single female can raise a successful member of the society?
Of course they can, but you know that a single female is more likely to have a child that ends up in prison, does not graduate high school, and joins a gang because they need a father figure around.
And now he's not around his kids. So if you see how poetic this is.
Yeah.
God bless single mothers. Of course they are.
I think it's a problem that needs solving, and I think there are economic reasons why that is occurring.
Is it, or is it cultural? In the black community, it is acceptable for a man?
That's that evil coming out. You look at his face.
No compassion, no empathy, nothing.
That's like a demon coming out of him.
And to stay an infant and impregnate a woman and abandon that woman. That's a cultural problem in the black community. There's entire rap genres built around that.
He's
Yes,
the rap genre that wasn't built around that. You devils, for lack of a better term, destroyed it, and you promote the other rap. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, he just acts like no system has been in place ever to put us in this situation. And it ain't all of us, not a majority of us. And he just acts like it's all of us, and it's part of our culture.
Yeah.
No, it's not part of our
like
culture.
It's something in our
about?
DNA that makes us.
What are you talking about? That's not in our culture. This music that is out is not. So is the hard rock with it's all the drugs and all that shit? Is that y'all culture? Is that your culture? It's a whole genre built around that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or all those movies and the
God.
pornography and all of that, right?
Yeah,
Is that their culture?
Yeah. It's quite. His debate was quite pathetic, and I think
he's the type of guy who got his ass whooped down there at U of I.
Yeah, a lot of adults can easily squash his lame arguments.
Right, and when you're debating college kids,
yeah,
they don't have enough wisdom in life to.
There's some of them I've seen some.
Yeah,
that
some do. Yeah,
smashed his ass.
Oh yeah, I've seen it too. Yeah, but for the most part, they don't. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've seen them get crushed. We're gonna queue. I think we got some of that to queue up.
Yeah, because I'm like, that's, to be expected, because there are people that are higher and more intelligent.
But it's just a blatant lie. We're not going to talk about the prison. We're not going to talk about the attacks on the Copper Colored family by these same people. We're talking about it's our culture,
right?
We're not going to talk about the welfare. And the father
God.
can't be in the house to qualify for the welfare and the Section 8.
And who really gets the welfare?
But the farmers, right?
They didn't do that to them at all.
No. So whereas in some situations, if you had a black father who wasn't, it was probably better for his family to walk away from a financial situation.
Yeah. And it was the white farmers, because the black farmers didn't get that aid.
That doesn't surprise me.
They got a lot of money in the 90s or early 2000s.
That doesn't surprise me at all, bro.
Yeah.
But no, we're just going to go through it. Ace said this guy was an idiot. And E.S. Prado said RZA Islam. Prado, he's been a RZA guy for a long time. Prado.
Yeah.
Long time. He was telling me about RZA. I think before RZA was on my radar years ago. All right. We got another one for y'all. We're gonna let Charlie do the talking. He'd have got his ass whipped though. We had those guys running around U of I, didn't we? Sell from Champaign.
Yeah.
Are you hearing?
Some of them got humbled.
Are you hearing the program? You're just hearing a program.
Some of them got humbled.
Bitch, my ACT score was higher than yours.
Now it was on this program. Get yourself together. Let's go on, stand up.
Pull yourself together. Go back about.
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. I think it's worth to have a cost. I think it's worth.
Huh?
Should we be seeing the video?
Yeah, you should. My fault. Yeah, I must not. Now listen to this. Another irony from the universe. So
yeah,
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational.
I do want to share with our viewers.
Yeah, he's right, and it's okay. I mean, he was an example of it. He lived to be an example of it. Thank you, Charlie, for being part of our keeping our rights of guns. Oh, my bad. I was off screen. Yeah, thank you for your sacrifice, because you said a lot of nonsense in your life. And
he said a lot. He said a lot. He said a lot, but we got more to come, y'all. Let's just keep it pushing because we started late. We'll keep it pushing.
Yeah.
All right. The shot heard around the world. Now that we're in the second segment here, fair use.
Here some video. I do want to share with our viewers here some video and some sound of now the late Charlie Kirk speaking to this crowd of students in Orem, Utah. And it wasn't just students, I should add. This event was open to anyone that wanted to come. And here's what he was saying just moments before that deadly shot rang out.
Transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
Let's see if they're going to show the guy. So let's see if they're going to show the guy. Let's look like the angle that can't see the guy that. Well, that's too early. My bad.
I know one thing. He sure knows how to excite a riot. Get that, say those buzzwords.
Yeah, I mean, he worked on that. He perfected
it.
He perfected that.
They said he was in line to become president one day.
Yeah, that's what the dude gave him the $4 million when he was 18.
So he's gonna. He was creating his own puppet.
Yes,
allegedly.
They were grooming him along on this point. How he's going is.
So you think they got him in the Illuma booty? Because that's all part of the grooming out here when they putting you in the Illuminati.
I don't know, because he started changing up.
Yeah, but they change up.
Yeah,
we're gonna finish this video.
Changed up and got changing up, got him changed.
Got him changed.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
It's 5. Okay, now 5.
You heard him, and that's when he got shot.
That's when he got shot.
It just they weren't even talking about copper colored people, and he just, you know what I mean? We lived in his head.
Oh, he was a troll. He was a troll.
Professional troll?
Yes, paid very well to troll, to start an organization, to be a martyr, to continue to continue the growth of that stuff that he spewed.
Yeah, the KKK is the Tea Party is MAGA. They just go under different names, in my opinion, allegedly.
And the same with Snoop Dogg speaking against Donald Trump. Like, bro, ain't nobody trying to hear none of that. He dissed Donald Trump in a music video, on a song, and social media, all that, and fast forward to 2025, he's performing at Trump's inauguration.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. I was the one that performs for himself.
Air quotes problem.
How do you reconcile that?
He wasn't the first one to do it. He was joining on the first one. He was the next one. And shit, have you seen some of his commercials?
I guess you can't reconcile that.
Is there nothing?
I guess he wasn't the first one, technically.
No, is there not anything he won't sell?
No. There's nothing he won't sell. Him, that little short dude, the comedian,
Kevin Hart,
and Shaq.
Man.
Yep. Anybody can hire them.
So I mean, you know, it was a check.
Man, there's so many people who flipped on that, and you know,
I'd like to
he,
ask him about it though.
I would too. You're calling people coons, and you want to be the first one in the jigaboo. I mean, you use all this language, and then did you think about that before you decide? So, were you cooning? Are you a jigaboo, Snoop Dogg?
Well, no, I didn't do it first.
I'm
It's just,
doing it
you
for the
know,
money, baby.
following suit, baby.
Fees-
They flashed that check. I said, oh, yeah, I think I can do it. I think, yeah. For that, yep, I'll do it.
Fees. My baby boo needed a new Rolls Royce, baby.
Man.
Cooning.
Woo-wee.
Again, when it came out that he did that, I wasn't attacking the man. But I hadn't seen that initial video.
Right. Hey, it is what it is what it's gonna be. You know,
It's
what we're
hypocrisy.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, is that really Snoop Dogg? They, you know, they
I was
wanna
thinking
really,
that too.
really want to put on a.
I was thinking that too. And he had that murder rap. He ain't
You
been the
really want
same
to put on.
since.
If you really want to put that on, you know what I mean? You talk about how they clone all these people and turn them into whatever they turn them into. You know what I mean? And you got they go in there, they unruly and won't do what they want them to do, and they come back compliant and doing all kinds of, you know.
Yeah, he made a devil, and murder was the case that they gave him. He made a deal with the devil. Then he's been a tool for them ever since.
Yeah, so I mean,
allegedly, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he was just cooning when he said, "Oh, you gonna do for Donald Trump and all that." That was cooning too.
That was all part. Yeah,
he was cooning doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great. All right, we're gonna get started, everybody. 10 years.
That guy in the
Counting or
black.
not counting gang violence?
Great.
They keeping him out of it. That dude right there.
Yeah, he looked like a spook.
Hey, he gave a signal, bro, right before the shot. He was standing there and his left arm touched his right arm. And
There's a lot of stuff going on. There was a bunch of guys out there signaling. Then somebody took the camera down from right behind.
Yeah.
We'll get into it. Man, that kid, Tyler Robinson, the alleged shooter, he had like a 36 on the ACT or something. They said that motherfucker got.
yeah, none of that shit makes sense, bro.
He jumped out.
They always got some shit that they wrote. You know, they find all of the evidence that they need for the. You know, it shit just don't make no sense.
He must have been having like a full psychotic break. He had a full ride, left the full ride to just go to like some technical type of school. Maybe he got a $4 million check too.
For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. Radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent.
See how he holding that hand? That's a sign of a stroke.
Yeah. One of them ain't working.
Yeah, he trying to cover it up.
People and taken too many lives.
This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting. It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle.
Right. We're just dressing it up for y'all. All right.
Now, within minutes of a gunman opening fire on Kirk, videos of the deadly shooting flooded social media. You may have seen them yourself. The speed at which they spread and their sheer quantity show just how difficult it is for tech companies to monitor violent content. David Botter joins us now. He's a media writer for the Associated Press. Thank you very much for joining us here, David, to talk about this. You know, videos and images have long spread like wildfire on social media. That's not new, but it seems to be.
Man, they've been showing videos of black people getting shot, and then nobody ever gave a fuck. We've talked about it on this show.
Yeah, they absolutely don't give a fuck. That's why it's so much hypocrisy in this nation. It's just ridiculous.
You FBG, Duck, King Von, they show that, you know, World Stars show it all over TMZ. Everybody show it. Now this
Mike Brown,
yeah,
laying in the street for hours.
Yeah. This gentleman gets shot, and now there's going to be a national conversation moratorium about it.
At an accelerated pace these days. So how are these graphic videos, like what we saw happen to Charlie Kirk, able to spread so much more quickly?
Why is her ear out like that?
It's something wrong with her other ear.
Easily today.
I was kind of stunned on the day of the shooting about how quickly they did spread, about millions of views within about an hour or so after he was shot. I spoke with a technology expert at one point in the day who has 2 teenage sons, and she said within a half hour after she was shot, she got a message from one of her sons saying, "What can you tell me about Charlie Kirk's assassination?" She said, "Well, he hasn't been announced that there was any death, that he's just been hit." And the son told her, "Have you seen the video, Mom? There's no way that he survived something like that." Things just get up there and they spread very fast.
No shit.
How is that the case?
There's nobody really making that kind of determination that are being the
Word
gatekeepers
salad.
on social media
Word
the way
salad.
traditional news media was. And when people are not seeing what they want to see on traditional news media, they go online.
And oftentimes with these traditional news media outlets, they do provide some kind of warning. We have seen a lot of strong reactions to the video of this shooting. Can you talk about that emotional effect on people when those types of videos are left up without that kind of warning?
I'm not an expert on it, but I can't help but think that if you're watching, particularly if you're a young person watching that graphic video over and over, different kind of angles, that it can't have an effect. I had to see some of them for my work that day, and a couple of nights later, I had some bad dreams because of it. And I doubt that I'm the only.
Yeah, whatever. He works for AP. I'm not buying his spook. Nothing's
Word
coming out of
salad.
his mouth. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
word salad, a bunch of nothing.
It's hypocrisy though. And then it's just in my mind, it's hypocrisy. That's all I've been saying, because I've been like, man, they will allow people to show somebody they call a gang member or something like that. I mean, we sat there and we watched George Floyd get kneed out for 9 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
There was no moratorium on this.
No, he got assassinated.
Correct. I mean, all those people was killed by cops that they kept showing, you know, and showing the video and showing the warning. This is warning. All that stuff was spreading all over the internet, and nobody cared at all. But I did notice whenever it was a cop or somebody pink that got killed, YouTube right away would flag it. You can't promote violence. It goes against our,
Community guidelines.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. It was a word salad. I didn't realize he was Associated Press. So I don't trust none of them.
So shortly after Charlie Kirk was murdered, a lot of his past quotes went viral with the left, right? They were picking apart everything he said. Oh my God, he's a bigot. Oh my God, he's this. Oh my God, he's that. This particular comment that he made went viral when he said that he would be afraid if he walked into a plane and saw a black pilot. Let's take a look.
I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Well, that's the
you wouldn't.
Are you still going to fly? Are you still going to fly on it? Or are you just going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified? I wish I could interview these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you
you're
still
dumb
got
enough
your ass on that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
you don't think he's qualified. You're not
Right.
sure, but you're going to get on
Do
there
you think
anyway.
that's smart? You're smart. You
You
smart son of a
smug
bitch.
son.
Done that. You wouldn't have. You
No,
wouldn't
and
have done that
not,
before.
That's not an immediate.
No, you wouldn't
that's
have done
not
that
who I
before.
am. That's
No.
not what I believe.
It is the
Word salad. How is that not what you believe? So are you lying? You just okay. Do you know what I'm saying?
You just said it out of your mouth. How does that not what you believe? I hope he's qualified. But no, it's not. That's not what I mean.
That's millennial talk, man. They've been getting away with this shit. These are the ones y'all gave trophies to all of them. You couldn't raise your voice at them, couldn't hold them accountable for shit. He's part of that generation. They speak on both sides. They rub their bums on the fence all day long. And use a bunch of fancy words.
He ain't even use
Reality?
fancy words. He just did the word salad.
He's a word salad. He'd made a great politician. Great
He
politician.
was on his way.
Yeah.
the left has created.
Oh my God, he's racist. Oh my God. Except, let me give you guys context, which the left hates. So this is United talking about their DEI program regarding pilots. Roll it.
How is diversity and diversity targets working into the Aviate Academy?
We have committed that 50% of the class of the classes will be women or people of color. Today,
Women or people of color. Once again, he means white women. And most of that 50% are going to be white women.
only 19% of our pilots at United Airlines are women or people of color. And by the way, from all the data I've seen, that's the highest of any airline in the country.
White males don't just dominate in the cockpits, also in the C-suite at United Airlines.
Well, look, at United, I'm proud of the diversity that we actually have in our C-suite. I think if you look around corporate America.
Correct me if I'm saying, though, so this is just based off your website, the people you list as executives, but out of 11 people, 3 are women. I believe 1 is a person of color.
That's correct. But, in corporate America, I think,
That's a low bar. How do you raise your own bar?
Well, a lot of this is, focusing on it. We have programs one of the things we do is for every job when we're doing an interview, we require women and people of color to be involved in the interview.
If you're a leftist, I have a question for you. If you're about to have surgery, life-threatening surgery, and you have 2 options. You can have the surgery done by a DEI doctor.
If you're about to have a sex change surgery, well, we're going to let them finish.
Got in because of their race or gender, or would you want the most qualified person to do the surgery on you? Because that's what we're talking about here. If I go on a plane and I find out that the pilot is somebody who was a part of the DEI program,
These people
refund,
are
please,
idiots.
because I'm not going to put my life in somebody else's hands who may not be the most qualified person to fly that plane. See what happens when you add context? It starts to make sense. No, Charlie Kirk was not walking around saying, I don't like black people. He was talking about DEI programs that prioritizes people's race and gender over.
Did this guy get deported yet?
What shirt? What do you got on this shirt? Okay.
The most qualified. And I don't know about you, with all these plane crashes lately, yeah.
So you can double check this.
Who is this guy?
I don't know, but there's not one commercial plane that has ever crashed in the United States, I think in world history, that has been lead piloted by a black man.
No doubt.
Not one.
Of course not. That's why they fear us without a gun and not themselves with guns and weapons.
Yeah. Not one black woman has been lead pilot.
No.
But they spew this nonsense.
It's all nonsense. They speak it like it's the truth, and it's all nonsense. It makes no sense at all.
And this transferee, for lack of a better term, does he think those people like him?
He do. That's why that's why I said, who is he? He's probably got lots of followers.
Oh yeah, and he's probably got him a white zaddy behind him. Yeah, he's probably got lots of followers. But sometimes they'll pull somebody without a lot of I'll be watching Pink Book, and she had what's my man name? We was gonna get him on the show, but you ain't want him on it. She caught a video that he ran. French Dose. French Dose. Yeah, she had French Dose on there. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, so.
We also have new video of what police are looking at right now.
Hold on, let's check. Make sure we ain't got no chatter.
This guy looks butthurt.
This hour, TMZ has obtained new video of the before and after images of the suspect.
Why is it okay for TMZ to be getting all these videos and putting everything out there like that? Are they a shell company for the government?
Zionism.
Oh yeah,
They're
and
Zionists,
that dude is Jewish.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just saying that all of them are not ish people. That's all I see. There's a lot of them that's
killing,
not, but it's
Charlie.
all about that whole state. But the whole state is about Zionism. But the people is who I'm talking about. That's not, it's Jewish people that are not Zionists. You know what I mean?
Kirk, I want to show you the first video here. This is of the suspect walking to the venue in this neighborhood. Take a look. You can see the images now of that
we can get
suspect there
this
walking
is
in the
allegedly
street.
before the shooting.
And
this is allegedly the guy who they said is, because we never get video. They just keep telling you that's who it is. But I can't tell who the fuck that is.
Man, it's nonsense.
But they tell you over and over.
Yeah, the person is walking with a limp there.
You can't
And
tell who that is.
Yeah, saying he's walking with the limp because he got the rifle shoved down his leg.
Correct. On the way to do the shooting.
it is believed to be because that person has a rifle in the pants and they are walking very difficult because of that object that is inside of the pants. Take a look here of that limp right there. And you can see there the suspect continuing to walk the street there, very close to where the venue was. And then this is after where we see now that suspect clearly running in the field. And this was all obtained there by TMZ. And of course, police are looking at that. The feds are looking at that as well. But this is.
I mean, how does TMZ get this shit before the feds?
Because they pay big money. And motherfuckers get shit that they know is.
So you're saying the motherfuckers with the cameras in the area, if you own a house and your house has got the camera, you're gonna call TMZ, you ain't gonna call law enforcement.
Yeah. Law enforcement ain't gonna pay you for it.
Yeah, that's true.
The newest video that we are seeing of all this play out. And again, just happening.
This could be obstructing justice and affecting the investigation, though.
Take it up with TMZ.
Moments ago as well, we are getting a new shot.
That's supposed to be him too, and he don't look like the guy that.
Man, it's complete trash. Just like the when the
insurance shooter.
Insurance, yeah, complete trash, man. It's just bullshit.
The hero rookie cop.
I'm the little white, the little boy and say, bullshit, bullshit.
Of the person of interest, the suspect, where these new images just released by the Utah Department of Public Safety. I want to show you this one as well, a little bit closer up. You can see what they are hoping that by releasing these photos and images that somebody out there is going to recognize.
And they say, well, these guys aren't smart career criminals, but everybody knows. Don't wear vintage. Don't wear vintage clothing.
I mean, it's just lies, bro. They just get various pictures of motherfuckers and say that they were there at this time and all that. They put all that.
He could be a patsy somehow.
Yes, and couldn't be. Shot didn't come from there, man. Come on.
You know what I mean?
Shot didn't come from there, boy.
There is a $100,000 reward for the capture and arrest of this individual that is accused of killing Charlie Kirk just yesterday. All right. We are going to be keeping an eye on all of this here for you on Live Now from Fox. Again, we are 45 minutes away
They said he put the gun in.
from a FBI news conference out in Utah. FBI Director Kash Patel will be there, and he will be there with the other law enforcement officials, with the governor of Utah and others. So we will be taking that in full as soon as it gets going. Stay right here with us. More to come on Live Now from Fox in just moments.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Makes no sense.
None of it.
Okay.
You saw
What percentage of blacks have a father around when they're raped?
So he walks to the scene with the gun fully assembled and in his pants leg. Then he gets down.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He gets down from the scene of the shooting with the weapon disassembled.
Okay, wait.
Because he didn't have the
No,
weapon.
don't. I think we're gonna do this in part 2. So.
Oh, okay. My bad.
What percentage of blacks have a father around when they're raised?
I'm not sure.
20%.
So
80% of blacks do not have a stable father around. It is the most predictable way to end up in prison, end up as a or a criminal. It's not a racism problem.
Hold on. Okay. They might say it's that many without them being in the home. But it's also, just like you said, it's been proven that we are the most involved. Yeah. Even if we ain't with the mother.
Yeah.
So this nonsense of him running around talking about 80% don't have a father figure, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he acts like the divorce rates amongst white people is much different.
Man.
That's how he acts.
And they're the least involved. Even when they're married, they're the least involved.
Yeah.
It's not a white supremacy problem. It's a fact that black fathers impregnate women and they don't stay around with the women that they have impregnated.
Charlie Kirk, do you think that happens more in the black community compared to others?
It's threefold. Number one, we subsidize single motherhood. Number two, it's culture. It's accepted in the black community. And it shouldn't be.
Culture. Okay.
Don't take my word for it. Read Thomas Sowell's own book on how black culture allows single motherhood to continue into a nanny state type practice. 75% of black youth are raised without a father in the
She was boxing his ass in.
75%.
Without a father in the home. Not without a father. You fucking
correct
monkey.
Problem or not a bigger problem than whiteness, white privilege, or white supremacy? How
they
can
should
you
all
blame?
be addressed, and they're all related.
Okay, how is a white person to blame? Wouldn't it be more like smart to be like, hey, that this is not about systemic racism. Like, stop impregnating your women and abandoning them.
Bless his heart. You don't know what's in his heart.
I know exactly what's in his heart. $4 million seed money that breeded him to be this beast.
He was already had that in him. That money just gave him a bigger platform. Why did I do it? You remember Dr. King said Chicago was the most racist place he's been to.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let me see where we're at here. All right, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Man, I failed to say rest in power. Sada Shakur.
Oh yeah, man. Ancestor.
Queen Warrior.
Yeah, we give you some more Charlie Kirk-isms.
So you feel like us as a society has pandered?
Of course we pandered to blacks. They're in every TV commercial.
This son bitch said black people are in every TV commercial. Now, my wife's an actor, and I can flat out tell you that that is the most ridiculous lie I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, he almost lies out. You know, he's a Trumpish.
But people are watching this and
believing it.
Yeah. Can't they see for themselves that that's a lie?
No.
As a society has pandered.
Of course we pander to blacks. They're in every TV commercial. They get more privileges to come into society. They come into every college on preferential with lower test scores. You can't ever say anything negative. You can lose your job. You have your entire life obliterated if you say something racist. And yet we have to hear
Why
about.
do you want to say something racist?
It's
Yeah,
very
this guy's showing you who he
okay.
is.
Right, he is. It's very okay for him to say something racist. You think that's fine?
That's why he's mad. Did you hear what he said? So
Yeah, in every commercial.
yeah,
What the
we
fuck
got it
does that
made.
got to do with anything?
We got it made, bro. We go to college with lower test scores.
Did you? I know I didn't.
No, it did. But even the ones who did, that only means they got to work harder to graduate. You know what I mean? Like this shit.
They get more privileges to come into society. They come into every college on preferential with lower test scores. You can't ever say anything negative. You can lose your job. You have your entire life obliterated if you say something racist. And yet we have to hear about how racist we are. How about you take responsibility for your own actions instead of blaming the white man?
That sounds like Coach. You know.
That's not racist. That's noticing. How is it the white man's fault that black men started to abandoning the women?
It's a bigger problem.
No. Blacks need to take responsibility for the women that they impregnate, not blame the white man or racism.
Things affect this.
Why didn't it affect the Asians? Why did the Asians do so well? America got less racist and the blacks got poorer because we started to subsidize single motherhood and pandering to blacks, saying you do not need to stay
way
around.
more white people or pink people than ever. You clown.
What do you mean receiving public aid?
Yeah, subsidizing motherhood.
Yeah, way more by percentage and by overall number. Way more. Because they won't do the jobs Americans don't want to do no more. All right.
I think with every video, we're finding out what's in Charlie Kirk's heart.
Well, I mean, I don't know how people can say, like Candace Owens, I know him and he's my friend and he's not right. I don't. But she's got a zaddy behind her.
Yeah, she's got
she's married to a Zionist. Or
she's kind of anti-Zionist and Jewish, but she's very malleable, money malleable, even though she's gone out against.
Yeah, she got pissed though when they threw her out. When she got fired from, then she went ballistic.
That Zionist station over there with that real Zionist. That dude's hardcore.
Now, my mom told me that you gotta watch these Drop Dead Gorgeous Women. She said even back when she grew up, they were the worst. They were the ones that incited the riots. If you look at the Emmett Till thing, they'll be lying and they'll get those white men all riled up. There was the twin girls. That brother just got released from jail. I don't know if you saw that. Twin girls, they was kissing their cousins, messing around with their cousin all night. I couldn't write this stuff. They were in high school age, 14, all night. And instead of just getting in trouble about it, they said they got essayed by a brother. The old black man did it. And then they found some brother and threw his ass in jail. He'd been in jail for 25 years. Forgot why he was cleared. It wasn't DNA. Might have been DNA. I don't know. But he never raped them. And so long story short, they got out. I mean, they're still telling the lie. Still telling the lie.
They've been telling it so long, they believe it.
The evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't tell me they're finna push her.
Patriotism.
They finna push her out here.
Patriotism, faith, and God's merciful love. And we've been listening to him all this show so far. And I don't think I've heard any of that.
Yeah, like I said, KKK, talk right out of the Bible.
Yep. Patriotism, nationalism, yep.
Use all those verses.
Family.
But I'm thinking they're gonna push her out because she looks like a candidate now.
A message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love. But they should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country and this world. You have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
Talk about a dog whistle to the Klan, huh?
Man. Like I said, she might be a candidate. That was...
What, make her president?
I don't know about president. Maybe at some point, definitely a senator.
She's a honeypot in the first place.
Yeah, and he's the actor, so it's about the same. So now she's gonna be in the acting role.
You're gonna tell me she was attracted to Charlie Kirk, and then at the funeral, Trump kissing all on her and hugging on her, and everybody knows he's a sexual assaulter and he loves bleach blondes. You know what I mean? Like, these people have no scruples. It would not surprise me none if that man was sacrificed and then she went and was having sex with Trump that night.
Man.
I'm not saying that happened.
No.
I'm saying that wouldn't surprise me none.
It wouldn't surprise me if she's part of his unalive.
Correct.
Seriously, because
correct.
The way that looked,
not
that
a tear, not
that
a
looked
tear.
set up, bro. That looked like they're putting her in the place they put him in.
Correct. Honeypot. Not
Yeah,
a tear.
exactly what you said.
Not a tear coming out of her eyes ain't watery. Nothing. Nothing. And he was getting all those death threats, and everybody keeps saying, yeah, and his kids saw it. They're young, they're in theta, but they saw it. Why are they there if you're getting all these death threats?
They was at the...
Allegedly, that's what they were saying. Yes. You know, he'd bring his family with him on the road and they'd be at the rallies. That sounds clans, don't it? It goes, I hate to say it. Remember the little kids used to be there at the lynching self? They'd be all in the pictures and stuff right there. They got their whole family with them.
Well, I mean, they got it. Wouldn't have mine there, but...
Correct. Malcolm X didn't have his kids. Did he? I don't know.
No, I don't. Yeah, someone was there. Yeah, some of them was there. I gotta take a little small break.
All right. Civil rights. All right. We're going to play one more. This is the one that was supposed to have followed that last video, y'all. So we're just getting down to, we're showing you the immediate aftermath. We gave you some background on them. And in part two, what we're going to do is put on our conspiracy theory hats. And see if we can get to the bottom of this. So that's the game plan. We're going to run this video here, and that'll be it for today. But you saw the video where she was angry, threatening, I should say, but you can understand. I mean, you know, it's a spouse. But I can only imagine if Sister Betty Shabazz had come out and made these types of threats, what the narrative would have been at that time. I can only imagine. So I don't know if her people said, hey, we got to tone this down, or whatever the case may be. Because when you get to the funeral, you get this.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that in the funeral or anything.
Oh, yeah, you can't see this.
Nope, I wasn't checking for it. I'm just saying, I can't see it now either. So.
All right, here we go.
On the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do."
They know not what they do.
That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Uh-oh. Those Joel Osteen tears.
Yeah.
Non-existent.
He's working hard to get it. You're right. None. There you go. Look, there was something in that paper, like some
smelling sauce.
Yeah, ammonia.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so you went from that last thing, what we played, to this. Where did the change of heart come from?
Wait, I mean, hold on. I'm sorry, but maybe I'm confused. She said the answer to hate is not hate.
Correct.
So the answer to your husband's hate was not hate.
Well, they
can
never see that.
I'm a little lost.
No. She did say the answer to, she's saying the answer to the hate that the shooter.
Right. It's not her hate, but I'm compounding that and going to her husband's hate was.
Right, you're saying what hate came first?
Yeah, and it was response was hate from his hate.
Yeah, but she's not acknowledging that. She's talking about
I
the hate that.
I understand she's not acknowledging that, but the statement is hypocritical. And it's whole.
Yes,
yeah.
These people are diabolical, and I've always wondered: do they really believe this?
Yeah. When people show you who they are, believe them.
She came out here and said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do," and that's the scripture we've used for them.
It's the whole thing. That's the plot that they do. They go into places and use your kindness as a weakness and learn the system and take it over and usurp it, and then next thing you know, they're the founders of it all, and they created it. Like,
Oh
what?
yeah. TC said it though. He said they're gonna be the victims, and they're gonna be the ones getting reparations, and they're gonna be the ones benefiting from DEI and affirmative action and all of that.
They have the whole time.
Of course, but
So
it's gonna
that's
be. You're right. You're right. But I'm saying once they get outnumbered, they're gonna easy. It's the hypocrisy that we're discussing. They're gonna easily be, yeah, my kids are going to college on that program. You know what I mean? Yeah,
always have. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Love and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us.
You're persecuted now?
I mean, that's what Charlie was saying. This big white person.
Right. We can't call them N-words. We can't,
Get canceled for saying something racist.
Yeah. I'm persecuted because I can't spew hate.
You want to say something racist. I know you said that earlier. It's bad.
Yeah, I'm persecuted. God bless South Park.
That was hilarious. That's fucking stupid.
Master debating. All right. This is
sitting on the toilet.
Talking fast. Throwing word salads at people.
Living at home with mom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
See him drinking that water like Charlie Kirk.
That shit crazy.
Again, rest his soul, and condolences to his family, and wish his kids the best, because now they're going to be raised in a house without their dad. So
yeah,
likely they end up in prison, or you know what I mean? According to him.
Oh no, he only meant that for our people, or people that look like us.
Mm-hmm. All right, you got anything to add? Because we're gonna part two. We're gonna do the conspiracy 10 hat show about this. That's gonna be part two.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I really don't think anybody should be killed for what they say. But however, I don't want to blame the victim. He said a lot of things that ultimately got him changed. Trying to, tread the line with my words. So
Ace said she was a beauty pageant trophy. Why was she on TV talking to the world after the shooting? Yeah, when you stepped away, that's what I was saying. Like, you imagine if Sister Betty would have came out there and excited a riot like that after Malcolm X was killed. Y'all don't know what y'all did.
They wouldn't never even put her on. This was all part of the plan, bro. That's why I said, damn, I see a candidate out of this, because that was some galvanizing shit.
Yeah, they're trying to make them the new Kennedys.
I mean, they talking about assassination. I'm saying the nigga got shot.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, he got shot. He wasn't a political figure or anything like that. And most, like what you said, he was like a troll. I remember the day it happened, people kind of mean like, this one college kid was like, at best, he was an internet troll.
Man, I mean, he was a troll, bro. That dude was a troll. And he went from campus to campus with historically white campus to debate the,
Did you see when some MAGA master debaters pulled up to one of the black colleges spewing, and they got ran out of that.
Yeah, they got ran out of there.
Yeah, it wasn't safe for them. They didn't have all the security. They didn't have all that. They was just having a fantasy. We're gonna pull up to the black college and massive debate. The black folks and the copper colored, and they was about to take a bad one, bro.
Huh? Deservedly so.
Spewing that shit you seen on TV. You know what I mean?
Get the fuck up out of here out there. I'm talking about the American Indians, so-called American Indians didn't fight back and all of that.
Yeah.
And there were no slave rebellions and all that. Because shit, I'm starting to hear that the motherfucking so-called Civil War was mainly Indian war.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't surprise me.
Indians on both sides.
Wouldn't surprise me. I just know the copper colored was definitely standing up, and that's the only reason why they did it, because they couldn't maintain the status quo. You know, it was just too bloody. It was just too violent. People were standing up, so they had to, you know, give a little. And that's what they do. Every time it becomes bloody and violent, and the people are standing up, they give a little.
Shit. You see it the other way. We take a little.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah. But we take what they give us, which turns out to be bullshit.
A little.
Right.
We need to take more.
It's a pacifier. You know, yeah.
Period.
Need to take it all. Exactly. All of it.
Y'all go back where you came from. Y'all go back where you came from. That's.
Oh, they real quick to say America, love it or leave it. Well, yeah, you always talking about you from Ireland and you from here and there and this and that.
Saying. Go back where you came from.
Yeah.
You know where your people came from? Go back there.
Yeah.
You know your people didn't come from here?
That's a good point. Go back to the mountains up there as in Eastern Europe.
Oh, not the Irish wasn't there because they weren't even considered white until northern people found out their numbers were getting low, so they had to increase.
I'm not talking about just the Irish. I'm talking about just in general.
Right. You know, I'm talking about you talking about going back to the mountains and Caucasus.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. All of them ain't exactly from the Caucasus, and they don't always. You know how them people are. They don't consider themselves the same until they had to. That's my only point.
Yeah. Go
None
back.
Of them people.
I'm saying go back to wherever you came from, the Caucasus Mountains, or
Yes.
wherever, Ireland,
Yes.
wherever. Go back if that's how you feel.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Get the fuck up out of here.
Well, yeah. And
I can't wait.
And the views expressed in today's pod are those of the host and the guest, and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any of the affiliates. That's
For
right. Sure. Let's get to the poll. Is Charlie Kirk white America's Malcolm X? So, 9% are rubbing their bums on the fence. Yeah. 18% said in their minds, yes. There's a picture on this poll where this guy's, they're stealing that from us too. These people have no originality, in my opinion. So you got Charlie Kirk there with the fist. And then absolutely not, 73% said absolutely not. What say ye, Brother Wordsmith?
100% absolutely not for me.
I say yes. I say in their minds, yes. I think the parallel is fascinating.
Well, there was a lot of people of our people that didn't like Malcolm X at all.
There's a lot of their people that don't like Charlie Kirk.
A lot?
Yes. The whole left side of the aisle, the whole liberals, yes. The progressives didn't like him. Probably more of their people didn't like him than the few people who didn't like Malcolm. Let me give the parallel. The parallel, in my mind's eye, is The other, okay, us, we see this guy spewing hatred, right? The Kirk supporters don't see him as spewing hatred. He's saying what they want to hear. And he's standing up to the man, even though he is the man. He's standing up to the man and spewing what their beliefs are. Thus, Malcolm X. He's traveling around. He's talking. He's not a political figure. He's not a senator or a president or anybody like that, or mayor. He's not a politician, but he's traveling around and giving their talking points. You know what I mean? And he got assassinated, quote unquote. You see? That's all I'm saying. So yeah, it's the only thing that made sense to me. It just came to me like in a dream. I'm like, this guy is to the alt-right what Malcolm X was to the freedom fighters.
I don't quite agree, but I see your point.
Well, how could you say no? I know 73% said no, but
he's not of the stature. He's not as of
intelligent,
the intelligence or importance. What he talked about was trash. I mean, yeah, I just don't think him and Malcolm X should be spoken in the same sentence. My opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not how half of America sees it. And it's probably people who would agree with you. The people who follow Charlie Kirk, all the people voting for Donald Trump would agree with you. Charlie Kirk would agree with you that Malcolm X shouldn't be in the same sentence as him. He said Martin Luther King shouldn't have a holiday. So they would agree with you. And this is what I'm saying about the comparison. Yeah. I just thought it was fascinating. Because I couldn't figure out, like, why are these people? Man, they're canceling people. People were getting fired for speaking out against the hatred he spewed, allegedly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They were losing their jobs.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So we say he was spewing hate, but that's what the white people used to say about Malcolm X. He's a big mouth. He talks too much. He's ruffling the feathers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get all that. But he was talking truth, even though they said it was hatred. This dude was talking bullshit and calling it truth.
Yeah, but that's how they roll.
Right.
That's how they roll. If it's true to them, then it's true. That's what I was saying earlier. I often ask, do they really believe this? And you said yes. So if they really believe it, it's their truth. He is speaking their truth.
Yeah, but they would not equate him to Malcolm X. They would not qualify Malcolm X. So it's your comparison, which I can see, but not theirs. I don't think they would take him as their Malcolm X.
No. Same way we won't take Malcolm as our Charlie Kirk. But that's the paradigm of the analogy.
Yeah, well, I feel you, but one was spitting truth and the other was spitting nonsense.
Yeah, I had to get somebody on here and have this debate. That'd be fun. Because, yeah, maybe we'll find somebody on the internet like that Sweetie Pie that was just on here. saying that Charlie Kirk wasn't racist. You saw the guy that we were running the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd probably see it my way. I mean, I don't know. He definitely doesn't believe that Charlie Kirk is lying, is just spewing lies.
No, he don't. But I could see him thinking Malcolm X spewed lies. To your point.
Yeah. It's hard to see, man, but once you see it, you're like, wait a minute. So whoever paid him might have just took the Malcolm. What word am I looking for? They took the Malcolm, platform, plugged in Charlie Kirk, and put alt-right, ultra-conservative talking points in there. And now I will give you this. Malcolm wasn't a leftist per se. And he was truly speaking the word of God. He was truly a spiritual person.
President didn't praise him when he got killed either. It was no half mass
No.
for the flags and
but that's because this is their country. Right. True. There wasn't. Just because he was calling them devils. Towards the end, he wasn't.
He absolutely wasn't during the devil. I think that's why he got changed, because he changed. They wanted to keep that image.
Yeah.
And King, too.
Yeah. We had a poll last week. We forgot to give the results to. 2 weeks ago. And Diesel is 0-3, 0-4 now with his predictions.
On what? The Bears?
I'm 2-2. Ace is 2-2.
He's
Who is
0-4?
What's that?
Said Diesel's 0-4?
Yeah, he's 0-4. Who is the best stand-up comedian from the list? It's our week-to-week predictions, but he didn't have them starting the season. You know what I mean? 0-4, but he's not sticking to his predictions. Injuries happen and all this. They lose faith. They lose faith, All right.
Did he ever have faith? I didn't never get that from him.
He's not a homer.
I know he's not a homer. I was wondering if he was a Bears fan, because some of his commentary,
right? Yeah,
and
he's
how he glowingly speaks of other franchises and all that. So I didn't,
and won't say FGB. Won't say it.
Just saying, like, I didn't know he was a Bears fan.
I feel that. He won't say FGB, and that doesn't make sense to me. I can meet total strangers. I was meeting them in Vegas. Fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay. You know what I mean? They have no problem with it. The kids are right there. Nobody had a problem with it.
The two winningest organizations in the NFL history.
That was our 800th regular season victory.
Yeah, and we only second to Green Bay. And we was way ahead of them before the goddamn Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers and the NFL cheating. And you see, we had the two most hated franchises, and the refs stayed out of the way for the most part. Because they would have called that hold on that last run when we got to the outside. They would have called it if it wasn't against the Raiders. Yeah, they would have called it. I'm not saying it was a hold, but they would have rang us up and pulled that shit back if we was playing against Green Bay or somebody.
When I saw it, I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you see, we had a fairly called game. Because
I would have said that was a hold. Gee, I did say, oh, that was a hold. I didn't see it when it happened live.
I did.
I'm talking about the replay. As soon as they started playing the replay, I saw it. I was like, oh.
I saw it live. And if the refs stay out of the way, the point I'm trying to make, a lot of those losses we've had over the last 10 years so would have been W's.
Week 1.
Thank you. It's so many of them I forget.
Yeah, but I'm saying week 1. I mean, it was
definitely
plenty. We had 5 wins last year. We could have easily had 9.
9. And we should be 3-1 right now. All right, but let's do last week's poll. Who is the best stand-up comedian from the list? Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac, Dave Chappelle, or Richard Pryor? 0%, Self. 0% said Eddie Murphy. I find that fascinating.
Yeah, fascinating. Man.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. 24% went with hometown Chicago, Illinois favorite Bernie Mac. Another 24% went for Dave. I went crazy out of my mind and turned down $50 million and went to shithole Africa to get my mind right and moved to shithole Mississippi to be away from Hollywood and the glitz and unplug. And, I'm wacky and crazy. 24% went with Dave Chappelle. 53% went with another Illinois native, Peoria, Illinois. Richard Pryor got 53%. That's amazing. Who'd you go with?
I wanted to go with Bernie Mac, but Richard Pryor was on the.
Yeah, you're a longevity guy too, Bernie. If Bernie had
No,
not
Bernie's
passed
still
when he
super
did,
cold, bro.
super cold. But if he had not passed when he did, it's like what you say about Biggie. If he would have been able to keep doing it once he got to that level, we might be having a different conversation.
I still wanted to say Bernie because shy, but then I said he ain't from Illinois, just like you said, Peoria, and I just went with my whole life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had to
Since I
go with
was
Richard
little.
Pryor.
Yeah. Richard
And all the movies he did, some of them was fucking hilarious, bro.
My childhood, and all the way to adulthood.
Oh man, the movies were hilarious.
And he influenced all of them.
All of them. He liked that booger sugar though. Allegedly.
And he liked it in the cooked form too.
Oh yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Bass. Da-da-da-da. Ooh, what? All right. All right.
Through my mind. All day I think of you. Ain't that some shit? I didn't know what that was about. Wow.
I knew it. I didn't know when I
child.
was singing it. I knew it as a child because my brothers told me, but I didn't know right away. I was singing it for a long time to Big Warren
Somebody was
told
like, hey,
baby.
Bass.
But that's programming.
Yeah.
Go away. But it was a positive song. You know what I mean? It was telling you to, stay away from it, but it felt happy.
Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. As we wrap up part one, we've peeled back the layers on how tragedy can be molded into a tool of influence, where headlines, sound bites, and viral moments become the raw materials of a modern psyop. We've tracked the mechanics of fear-driven framing and seen how easy public outrage can be redirected away from pressing issues and toward scripted outcomes. Next week in part two, we'll venture into the fertile ground of conspiracy theories and the loaded comparisons to Malcolm X that some deploy to lend gravitas or sow division. We'll uncover the fallout for those bold enough to speak their minds, how careers are derailed, reputations tarnished, and constitutional rights gradually constrained under the guise of security. So stay alert, question every narrative, and remember that the line between protection and control can be razor thin. Join us next week as we bring in fresh perspectives to expose the full spectrum of this psyop, allegedly, attacking America's foundational liberties. Until next time, keep questioning, keep expressing, and let every artistic moment be a testament to the boundless interplay between art and consciousness. Stay curious, stay informed, stay aware, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay true to self. Also, love yourself and others around you deeply. Remember, ask not what our culture can do for you, but what you can do for our culture. Silence is violence, and continue to question everything. The Self Love Show ain't Kansas, Toto. Peer down the rabbit hole and do your own research. But use caution and discernment, because sometimes when you stare into the abyss, well, The abyss stares right back at you. Peace, self-love, honor, and respect. All right, this brother has solved today's Dome teaser riddle, which was, at barely 18, I rallied the Ute. Approve me wrong table, I sat in truth. With MAGA fervor and faith-driven art, I built a campus crusade. Who am I? What's in my heart?
Charlie Kirk.
All right. And we who am I? You don't know what's in my heart. Maybe I should end it that way.
Yeah, because I know what's in your heart. And,
was in his heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still in there.
Well,
he gone, but
yeah, it's a, what do you call that? You say it's a simulation.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's why it's still in there.
All right, y'all. Next week, part 2, as I just mentioned. And y'all catch us Sunday. The Bears got a week off, so we're going to be able to get caught up out there. I'll talk about my Vegas escapades, Spolly tricks. Right here Sunday, y'all can pull up. The link will be pinned in the chat where we discuss spots. We got the Cubs in the playoffs. They got a W. And yeah, so we got a lot to unpack because we didn't do it last week. But if you do pull up, Self,
you better not forget your mouthpiece.
That's right. Don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. And chat, do y'all see it? Is this guy, Charlie K. Kirk, is he alt-right white America's version of Malcolm X? I imagine when they hear him talk, it's how we feel when we, hear those clips of Malcolm talking. And then when they hear Malcolm, they probably just think, it's all lies. They shut it down. Let me see here. All right. And that brings us to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. Karen, I swear to everything, Karen, I swear. Okay, here we go.
Karen's a DEI hire.
Oh, definitely DEI. We got women and people of color working here. He kept saying that. You know what I mean? DEI, he should just be able to say we got people of color. You know what I mean? Men and women, people of color. All right. All right, Free Nas. Free Nas. Okay, let's see. All right. Wordsmith's final words out there. Yeah.
Okay.
Is the music playing?
No.
Oh, my bad. I'm hearing it on my end.
I know that. I know how that goes. It's all been part of a plan a man put in place. He was set up to go farther than he did. Then he started saying the wrong shit. The system got with him and dealt with him as such. And don't think people should get killed for their opinion, but I'm wondering why they want us to give a fuck. Because he never did and never would have or ever will. It's over with. He can no longer ever build. But they are trying to put him in the place where he should be elevated. I mean, he was a troll at best. And I see some mess a lot of people won't see, but it looked like it's Brad the Bee is the one that benefits. Future should tell all. But she spoke like she's an actress. Propaganda for the Zionists to make sure she captures people like Charlie, because they say she was a honeypot. Honey, you bring a lot of bees that will forever nonstop. Part of the intricate plot. We're gonna see. Because next week, we're gonna get into the conspiracy. Actual and factual for all to see. Y'all know Tory Wordsmith and 9 Mills, how we be. The Self Luv Show, incredibly for our people. Gonna inform you if you don't want to be informed. Love, honor, respect. Words.
Words. Y'all be safe out there.
For sure.
Time is now, my people. We must stand together.
I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. The wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Man, know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Yo, bullets. Getting the code and all the scriptures, potions and elixirs. Come on, Karen. Bullets, a boomerang.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah, well, an eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something, say something.
You want to be a slave? Vibrate greed. Ego. Fear. That's how they make you a slave. You end up in prison.
Okay. I know for sure, charity plus humility times love is freedom.
That's how you get out. Do not answer questions.
Question everything.
We've got two who can see.
Fear is cap. It's an illusion.
Yeah. Vibrate love.
See if you can hear it. You never die when you breathe in the Holy Spirit. Swine ain't divine, the people they won't go near it. Salad bar, spinning not your average hard here to bring you back to God. Said it just like Master Far sent you. The end ain't always happy. And forgiveness is love's supreme vibration.
So, do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end a beef.
Healthy people, heal thy people. That's a commandment.
Yeah, hurt people, for sure gonna try to hurt people.
Free Larry Hoover, man, like Big Meech.
Free Jeff Ford.
Free all the guys, man.
Prison to slavery.
Check that 13th Amendment if you don't believe them. And be Yah. Walk on water.
Man. Move mountains.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
Yes, sir. Week by week, that mountain is getting weak. It's moving. Look at it.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bones.
Still got them, bro?
Got mine.
Same, man. Stop snitching on y'allself. Take school seriously.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing